Okay, take two. Hey you, welcome to another beautiful vlog today. I'm doing something different. I'm actually driving instead of parking and talking. So we're driving and talking. Finally figured out how to tighten my new handy dandy cell phone holder on my visor. Before didn't even have the locking mechanism on. So I'm sitting there going like, what the hell's going on? It's like, duh, I figured it out. Anyhow, so until I get my handy dandy brand new smanking brand new vlog camera, you're gonna have to deal with this ghetto ass version. It's waiting a long time. I ordered it like 2 weeks ago, so it's just frustrating, you know. And I'm trying to fight the desire or the urge for me, my OCD. It's like, no, you have to have the right equipment. Everything must be brand new. Everything must be perfect. And I'm a perfectionist like that, and I'm trying to fight that demon. Because not everything has to be perfect. I'm perfectly happily recording on my phone. As long as I don't get pulled over by the cops, we're all good. I'm a little bit scared about that. But anyway, today's vlog I thought will be a brain dump of random ass things that are going in my brain right now. One of which, I got a job. So I will be gainfully employed right quick here on Monday. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited and nervous. It's an administrative paralegal position, so I'll be doing both. Sorry I'm not looking at you because I'm trying to look at the road so I don't kill myself. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm a little bit nervous, but hey, what starts when you start something new, you know, you be nervous and scared and excited and looking forward to all the possibilities that come with it. Plus, I never gave up the hope of going back to the DA's office. So, I got an interview for that. So, they're going to schedule me for that. So, I'm excited about that. I'm a little comprehensive because I already tried, after the last fail, I tried twice. One of them, they didn't get back to me. And then the other interview I had, they just was like 5 minutes, and I guess they already had their decision and whatever. So that was devastating, but I never give up. I never give up on, if there's something that I truly want, I will never give up on that, ever. Like, I have a hidden desire to go to Paris one day, and I will never give it up. It's always been a dream of mine since I was a little girl to go to Paris. And so I'm going to make it happen. One way or the other. By myself, I don't care. One of those travel group things. You know how you go on trips and you travel with different people, you know, and stuff like that. I think that would be totally cool. I'm totally down for that. The only thing, it costs money, honey. So, got to get on that. ASAP. So yeah, I'm just driving to do some errands. I love Walmart lately because Walmart is just has the cutest clothes. And I thought I'd get a brand new outfit for first day of work. I mean, you got it, right? I mean, you know, at least to me. I have shoes that, you know, are hardly worn, so to me that's brand new. But as far as like a blouse and slacks, well, I have the slacks. I just need the blouse, so we're gonna have a gander at what they have. So yeah, nothing specific I want to talk about now because, you know, it's not a very good idea to drive and cry. Trust me, I've done that millions of times before, and it's not happy or it's not safe. So we're not gonna do that. So we're just gonna brain dump here. Have I become a content creator? I was thinking about that earlier. Like, I've been watching content creators since 2017, 2018. And I have a few that I favor and a few that I see their vlogs all the time. have I become one of those people? Have I? I mean, when you think about it, I already have a TikTok with almost 200 followers. I have an Instagram, but Instagram is mostly for my family and friends. I have a Facebook too, but that's also for my family and friends. But as far as content creating, I have a TikTok and I have this YouTube channel. So I guess I am, or becoming a content creator. I thought I'd never say that in a million years. You know, and my mom always told me, you know, you'd be so much happier doing something creative, because I am a very creative person. You know, I've dabbled in writing. I've written poetry, as you heard in my other episode. I've taken photography. I love photography. I love taking pictures. I've taken photography classes, so I know how to develop them in the darkroom, the old-fashioned way. So I took classes in that, and I've taken digital photography, and that's one of my passions. Of my other passion of mine is performing. I've done that 6 years ago with my first TikTok, and then that's when I had this idea of this podcast. There was a creator on there, I remember 6 years ago, and I happened to randomly look on his live, and his name was Original Thief of Hearts, and he was an exotic dancer in Canada. So he lived in Toronto, Canada, and he was very famous apparently. He had like newspaper articles and what have you. He was a really cool dude. You know, I even duetted one of his videos and did one with him. And we used to talk sometimes and whatnot. I even talked to him on the phone. Well, not on the phone. It was an Instagram. You know how you can talk to people on Instagram? It was one of those. Talked to him for a few minutes, and then I would always go on his live. And we'd talking to each other and stuff like that, or talk about, I don't know, random stuff. And then I happened to bring up this podcast. Hey, I have an idea for a podcast about grief. You know, I've had XYZ happen to me. I think I'd be good at it. You know, something creative like that I can accomplish. He said, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Nobody's doing that as far as grief encompassing everything rather than just the loss of somebody. And, you know, he was all excited about it. And unfortunately, he had an autoimmune deficiency, and so he needed dialysis. And then eventually he got cancer, but he was the sweetest. He eventually passed away. And he was the sweetest person, so lively, and all his TikToks were dancing to like all the music that basically I grew up with, and he was a really nice, cool dude. And I really cried when he passed away, that I heard that he finally passed away, and that was hurtful, because he was the first person that encouraged me to do the podcast. Now, I didn't have the balls to do it then. You know, I was too scared. I wanted to do it, you know, with Chris, but of course Chris has no follow through and never did anything about it, so he didn't want to do it. So I was like, okay, well, then I won't do it. Stupid dumbass shit I ever heard in my life. So anywho, but yeah, he was then he had a grief story himself. You know, he had a friend of his pass away, and like I think it was a week before he was gonna call him, but then he didn't. He changed his mind. He got distracted or something, and then he didn't. And then it turns out that he died. And so he had a lot of grief with that too, and guilt. I can totally relate, because the night before, apparently I didn't know at the time, but the night before Danielle had passed away, we were watching. She turned me on to the show Orange Is the New Black, and so we were watching the new episode, Chris and I. And I had wanted to call her that night and ask her, hey girl, have you seen the new episode? It's so good, blah, blah, blah. this was like 11:30 at night. And I figured, no, she's tired. She went to bed, whatever. So I didn't call her. And it turned out that that was a nightmare. She had passed. And so that hurt me tremendously. Thinking that if I would have called her that night, had things been different, would she still be alive? And so that haunts me to this day. So gee. And ever since then, I don't know what the ending of Orange is the New Black is, because I can't see that show ever again. I tried it like maybe like 6 months ago, and I immediately started crying. I was like, okay, shut it off. I can't watch that show. So I don't know what happens to all the characters. I don't know what happens to any of them. But I can't watch it because of that. But it's one of the 20 million memories that I wish I didn't have in my head. I wish I just didn't have it. I just feel like I want to live a normal life without pain. Can I just do that for the whole day? Not think about shit like that? Is that impossible? Is that doable? No. But I think it's wishing a wish away, because that will never happen. That shit will never happen. So just might as well not even think about it, and just, okay, well, accept it. This is my life now. This is the cards I was dealt with, so we gotta make the best of it. We gotta move forward, not think backward, move forward. Just like my car. I'm moving forward right now. I'm at a stop sign right now, but I'm moving forward. So it happened. That's it. I had to deal with it. Bam. That's reality right there. Nothing we could do about it. We could talk about it so the heaviness doesn't flood your heart and your head with all this nonsense. So in talking about it, we can take some of the heaviness off, lift it off of your shoulders, if you know what I mean. And it does help. It really does. Until the next time when I think about it, and but it's going around and around and around. But I don't let it get me down anymore. That's not who I am. That's what happened to me. And making the best of life with what happened to me. So I can live a successful life. So I'm not drowned by my own sorrows. Not drowned by my own thoughts. And that's it. So right now I'm at the Walmart parking lot trying to find parking. It's freaking impossible sometimes, I tell ya. Because everybody and their mother is like fucking going to Walmart. Like, okay, what's this dude doing? Can I like go now or what? Hello? Hello, I'm standing here. I hate when people do that. Hey, can I go now? Oh, stop, you see me. Ay, ay, ay. So hopefully I find some cute stuff. And shopping, yes, is my therapy. So we're going to do that. And we're going to have a good time. But hopefully I find some nice, decent clothes. And like shampoo and all that stuff too. So see where the day takes us. So I don't want to park this far. My lazy ass doesn't want to walk in the heat, okay? I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do it. Even though I have a dress on, but I'm not going to do that shit. Ugh. Like walking into a dryer. Just can imagine somewhere else where it's worse. No, I don't want to imagine that, but I don't think I can handle that. I handled that for 3 months when I lived in Phoenix. And that was torture enough. It was like walking into a damn dryer. So I'm gonna pause this and then we're gonna go to the store. Welcome back to another vlog. I'm washing my car. Finally. These flowers. I like when the little thing says go. I feel like punching it every time I see it. Go. Crash into the vacuum them. Wouldn't it be good? Okay. Usually this is freaking packed. I'm surprised it's not packed on a Saturday. Well, it's kind of hot. So. Okay, I will get back to once I finish vacuuming. Well, that sucks. The vacuum on the passenger side is broken, so now I'm half clean. Driver's side is clean, and passenger side is messed up. Oh well. I have passengers anyway. So I'm just gonna move it along over here. And then we're gonna drop off some donations. So I have like a whole bunch of bags in my trunk and I don't want to keep driving with them for like the next 3 months. Like I normally do. You know, I think of things to talk about, you know, on this vlog, and then I forget to like write them down. I'm not a list person. You know, you meet some people and they're list people. They like write down their tasks of what to do and stuff. On my list is in my brain. So unless I'm working, then that's a different story. If I'm working, then I have lists. Then I have lists and Excel spreadsheets to keep me accountable like that. But in my personal life, I don't do that. Which sounds strange, doesn't it? You would think being a paralegal. But I'm extremely organized at my job. At work, for sure. But my personal life, it's a different story. It's okay. You know, we're just gonna I mean, I've been this way for as long as I can remember, so it's not like this is anything new. Development story. What the hell are you doing, dude? I had to wait till I pass you up. Shit. Anyway, I'm going to the thrift store, one of my favorite places to go. Even though I don't need shit. I have too much shit as it is. So, but the thrift store I'm going to is Veterans Thrift Store, so I support them highly. I have massive respect for military, massive, coming from a military background and police background. Because my stepfather Ben had a business that dealt with police officers and body armor and all that stuff. Weapons, and I've been around weapons and body armor since I was 6 years old. I was shooting at 6 years old. He had a contact at a rifle company, and they actually made a rifle for a 6-year-old. Yeah, he kept on to it, unfortunately. So I no longer have it, but yeah, he made a custom rifle for a 6-year-old. considering all the bullshit I've been through in my life, I managed not to kill anybody or do mass shootings. Who would have thought? Well, the whole gun thing, you know, it would have been so nice. It would be so nice to have a permit because I would totally carry one. However, I don't trust people. And so when you give the masses that ability, that's dangerous. That fucking shit is dangerous. I ain't giving some lunatic permit to carry. No. I'm responsible because I've been shooting since I was 6. So I know how to handle a gun. I know how to shoot a gun properly. I know how to clean it and all that stuff. So for me, it's fine. But I don't trust people. And no, I could just imagine. And it's very unfortunate because it fucks it up for the rest of us that are responsible adults. But hey, that's the world we live in, and unfortunately, like thousands of other things, you have to suck it up and deal with it. It's just how it is. Would I love it to be a different story? Of course I would. I would love to carry a permit, you know, but unfortunately, can't do it. I can't do it, Captain. I just can't do it. I really had to get out of my head today because, you know, I'm starting that new job on Monday. I'm freaking the fuck out. Trying not to. Because I haven't worked in a year and, you know, I'm afraid that I'm paranoid that something else is going to happen. Then I have to quit that job, or that job is going to be terrible. And then I have to look for another one. You know, it's just a lot. And I'm trying to get out of my head as much as I could. That's why I had the music on very, very low. Music is very calming to me. But I can't have music all loud and blasting because, you know, I'm doing this. Or else normally I would be blasting my music right now and singing at the top of my lungs terribly, but, and that's how I get out of my head. Music is my saving grace. I want to marry music. I really do. If I could marry music, totally. I totally would. Music would be my husband. Yes, I love music that much. We have a beautiful life together. We really do. We would have a beautiful life together. I'd be alone physically and not have nobody to go on trips with. You know, I just want a road dog, dude. I just want somebody to be by my side, go on these crazy adventures. Maybe, I don't know, ideally I just want someone to be stupid with. And I had that. I really, really did. Chris was like my total best friend, and we just bounce off each other like nobody's business. I mean, he was the one person who would calm me down in an instant. He would just talk to me and whatever. I don't even want to go there because I'll start getting upset, wondering, you know, things didn't happen the way I wanted it to. But I look at it this way at this point. I at least got a glimpse of what I want in my life. And I want that type of connection. I want that type of chemistry. And I had it for 5, going on 6 years. And it was wonderful while it lasted. But it sucks it didn't work out. But what are you going to do? Do I think I'll find somebody with that chemistry I had with Chris? I mean, it's a possibility. But will it ever come to light? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. And if it doesn't, then, you know, move on. And that's all you can do. That's all I can do. Just move on, you know? So that's feel sorry for the next dude I end up with, because I don't think I'll ever get married again. But if I do, at this point, I don't know if I'll get married again. Well, if you ask me at this point blank period, now I would say, hell no. Never get married again. But never say never, because, just, you never know. But maybe, possibility, but I do feel sorry for that dude, because I'm so used to being independent in this marriage, doing whatever the fuck I want, go grocery shopping by myself, going everywhere by myself, basically. I mean, I take care of my own car, I take care of, maintenance of my own car. He doesn't do it. So I'm responsible for that shit. So yeah, I do feel kind of bad for him, whoever that is, whoever that future dude of mine is. And if I happen to, well, I don't think this will ever go away, so I'm pretty sure he'll see this video. And then maybe like 10 years from now, he'll be like, haha, you were just talking about me. You didn't even know it. Anything can happen, dude. So I'm here at the thrift store, so I think I'm going to take off, end this vlog. I just wanted to end it on a good note, and not just say, hey, I'm going to the store, and then cut it off like that, because that's rude. That is rude to, properly end your vlog. So, thank you for joining with this brain dump of a vlog. I appreciate you oh so much. Have a beautiful day wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out.